gotta pull it over a little bit. I'm about to do some yard work, but I'm sitting outside, so I'm gonna have a little talk, and then we're gonna work this work together, just so that this woman is every woman, literally a superwoman. What may I say? I'd cut grass, do handiwork, plumbing, electrical, and have a loud mouth too. But my hands move, and my brain works, and it works well. Okay. Hey, Joe. Hey. Like again, I had a GB yesterday. Yeah, I had GB yesterday. Sorry. If you come to Georgia, let me know. Yeah, so I'm about to do some yard work, but I wanted to update us. I'm listening to a young man this morning on the talk show, and that's a man, an older man, literally worn out man, a man who has absolutely no future, who his future is all the way behind him. Hello everyone, literally his whole future is behind him. Has literally done nothing with his life, I would assume. And he's asking, thank you, he's asking, he's soliciting funds to support the Crew Defense Force. And in fact, he's planning to go in Delaware, wherever Mr. Henry lives, to go from door to door. I don't know if you understand the rule of law in America, but no. This is an older guy. That's like, I don't know who the heck he is. I can show you him. He's on this young man's show. Hold on, I'm gonna show you on my WhatsApp, because I will post that later. Let me see where. Here it is. Here's the video. I think it's loading. Is that it? Is it returning it? Hold on, guys. I'll show it to you really quickly. If this is what I just got. No, not this one. I just got that today. I just loaded it today. But it's on the other phone. Here it is.
On the line too long.
Do you know this? Right. Do you know this man?
People to make that point and hang up and get other.
Do you know that man?
Okay. You know, if we want to have a conversation, let's do it after the show.
I'm gonna see if I can carry all the way forward. All right. So I think this is it.
A letter of admission, so that we can see when he enters and get the follow up.
Procedure of the law, they will start to monitor.
Listen him.
If they find out that he's here on student visa and he's not a political person,
let me see if I can do it this way.
Even if he's on political asylum, he got nothing to do with Liberia. That's one of the reasons why he don't want to apply for asylum. Because if he applies for asylum and they grant him asylum, he cannot put his mouth in the affairs of the Liberian government.
Yeah, so true.
But he using the student visa as a camouflage and sitting down in some apartment or in somebody's house.
I'm trying to find the part that says that that he's going to get this Crew Defense. They need to get money. All right, let me see.
To display to public a letter of admission.
Okay, I will publish that later.
It's a big excuse. I heard he said
it's petty, but where he called the name, he called names like Doc, a lot of other names that they are collecting money. They have, in fact, Anthony and Gay were on that particular recording, and he was going at them, letting them know, and they're saying that they're going to collect money to support Rebel Power, the killer, okay, to go and start training people, okay. These are sedition, all right, and they're telling you they're going to go train people to, how you call it, but I came out to do some work. Let me say it to all of you. And hopefully you saw my post earlier. I don't answer. Let me say this, and this is not to brag, right? I am so prepared for this journey. God first, but I'm so prepared. I am prepared because I've weathered the storm. You know, I would say like David said, you know, he battled with a wolf, he battled with a lion, he did this, he did that. I told you the story. As a vice president in my community, dealing with Liberians is hell. As a president, it was hell. All right? Grown men, pastors, okay, will pack their congregation to come to the community center just to fight. Hey, Sekou, just to fight, to cause chaos, to break the law. Pastors, okay? Pastors, and not all of them. I have some great pastors in my community, okay? I do. I have pastors who supported me religiously, but a bulk of them were corrupt. Hey, cause, all right? And they came purposely to the center to cause trouble. I had somebody like a young pastor, Pastor Faraj, who supported me religiously. Pastor Google, Pastor Innocent. Pastor Innocent was one that taught me to say, you can learn from anybody. You can learn from the crazy man. You can learn from the failed man. You can learn from the successful man. You can learn the successful man, their route, how to be successful. From the failed man, how not to fail. How to be a good listener and learn. Okay? So I can name a few more that was faithful in supporting the community, not because it was me, but because they knew it was the right thing to do. My own sister, Juanita Coco, Evangelist Juanita Coco. So they absolutely, hey guys, I see my sister here. Anybody can say on Facebook, like I know that. How do I answer a woman who have never been married and not by choice per se, who is intellectually challenged, you know, and bring no virtue, and it's a waste ground for predators, you know, useless men, you know. My job is to protect women, not to demean them. But I'm saying my job for people like that is to pray for them. I'm home. My husband is sitting right there. He's at work. Hey, love. Okay? I like to work with my hand. Those of you who know me. I like to clean. I like to do plumbing work. I like to do electrical work. In fact, my first joy here was to run cable wires in this country in the early 90s. We didn't have fiber. We had Cat 2 and Cat 3. Then we got to Cat 5. Run on our apartment complexes and run wires, script wires, connect them. You know, I know all about strippers, and jumper cables, and you know, connector and headers, and telephone closet. You know, these things. Hey, how are? So I'm not particularly, you know, I see the people who love me get challenged and send me, says, yeah, please. Let me say, let's say, school say, let them say they're cursing me. How can a woman curse another woman? Does that make sense to you? Guys, does that make sense to you? You have the same exact anatomy like me. So does that make sense to you? It's devilish and it's stupidity. So I don't get that. But, hey, matey, to say the least, I just want Liberian people to know that while we, the so-called good people, are deciding who's the best, who the least, who the most like, who they dislike, the wicked people are in cahoots. They're collaborating. They're building alliances to sponsor people, to kill our people. When you hear a grown old man like in his 60s, okay, or maybe in his 70s, telling people, right, he's going to, they need to come. In fact, they already started an organization to support rebel power, to hire Liberians to go train them, to come by here. 60, if you imagine that. He said it live on Facebook. He said it live on Facebook. Okay? Says Evangeline, this is the guy show. Let me show you the guy show. This is the guy.
Too long. All right. Mr. Gilman.
You see right there?
And I
See that guy right there?
to him
That's
that
him.
it's something for us to
Yeah.
think about.
This is part of,
or we
that's
need to
them.
take immediate
I'm not
action.
recording it. This is their own recording. If you are in the Justice Movement chat room,
I think it's President
go almost to the end of the video. You will hear him talking about that. Number one, how they're going to start hunting people down in America, going to the subdivision. Thank you. Thank you, too. Okay. Yes, and I'm being real. It's when you decide you're going to be a public, let me tell you something. I grew up in Georgia. When the elders of the community contacted me to run, I had said no. My mom had said no. My husband had said no. So they had to go to my hey Sarah, they had to go to my uncle, who is like was the patriot of my family, and they came to me and said, you can't refuse. Okay, at the time I didn't think I was ready, to deal with, because I've been around here at that time for 20 some more years. I know our attitude. Hey Sam, I know how we interact. I know how loud we can be. I know how dramatic we can be, and I just wanted to go to the meeting, and pay my dues and sit down. The first time they asked me, I think I was like 2012. We were only about 4 that have been consistent with the organization. But I learned that God needed me there to be trained. So, if a woman get out here and start insulting, sweetheart, you may be brown, you may be orange, you may be yellow, you may be whatever color. Your anonymity is the same as mine. You don't move me. And if you've never been married, you can't tell the story of a journey you've never been on. Now, let me tell all of you, my husband adores me, and I don't have in-laws. I have family. My sister-in-laws, like Liberian people, the World Court, majority of them are way younger than me. They're like daughters to me. Their husbands are like sons to me. And they call me mommy. Some of them do. Our Oma. They call me Oma. All right? So I don't have in-laws. I have family. That's how close we are. Hey, Sam. Yes, that video. Let me see if I can find it. It was in the chat room. If you are in the Justice Movement chat room, or you're in the March for Justice or the Second Thought chat room, please, you can find it there, if you can. It's there. I recorded it so they can take it down. I'm going to go ahead and post it. You don't have to waste your time to watch the whole thing. You can just go to you can go to the end of the video per se. Okay. It's the last person on the video. So I'm about to post it right on here so you can watch it. Yes. They are soliciting funds to carry war to Liberia. And we are telling them we want justice. We don't want war. But they are telling us that they are going to hire people, general power, to go to Liberia, okay, to kill our people. Let me get somebody to post that. Maybe somebody, yeah, get. They are soliciting funds. Yeah, I can't tell my something else. So I will ask whoever in the chat room to go ahead and actually do that. Hold on. Yeah, somebody actually can do that who is in the chat room. So while we are talking about justice, they're talking about war. Hi, Crystal. Okay. So I need all of us to pay attention. Go to that video. I'm trying to make it shorter, but I'm not sure if I can to be able to put it on Facebook or played it. Played it. Let me see. It's here. All right, here it is. Not quarantine. There it is. There it is. I'm going to. It's hot out here. Hey, Alex. Who's calling me? I think this is Bobby Benito again calling me. Hello? 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 Okay. They're not ready to talk. Bobby Benito is good at calling to insult. We're used to it. It's so typical. And I'm sorry, there's some intelligent, really intelligent people in CDC. I told you guys when the CDC were funded, we were not part of the founding fathers. They went to him. and they asked my older brother, my late brother, who I will send it to you, Dr. Emmanuel Dolo, to run as a vice to WIA at the time. He said no, it was a disrespect to him, and it still is. You have a dude who are head of research at the University of Minnesota, and you got a dude who don't even know what school he graduated from, what college he went to, can't read at 4th grade level, and you're asking them to be a second. This is how backward we are. In other people's country, they pay for knowledge. They fund, like my baby, my little girl. My little girl have been identified since elementary school as a gifted student, right? Hey sis, hey Tasty. But yeah, we are. We're looking for people with popularity. They bring nothing to the table. They bring absolutely nothing to the table if the popularity has no addition, or we call it value addition. Where is the value addition to your popularity? What record do you bring to the table? Oh, John, let me go under the shade a little bit, and then I will start my work, because I want to do a few things before I go out to. Somebody is asking me about the rape case. I'm kind of disgusted. All right, I'm really disgusted. Let me come out. You know, I am loving the sort of kind of stay at home, because I don't have to drive a city. How you call it? Hi sis, and literally I'm just getting chunky, and I'm loving it, right? But it's all gonna disappear though, because I'm forced to stay home, because normally I'm so hyper I can't be stay. I don't know who calling. I think it's Bobby Benito making his business to call. So a young lady about a year ago, with a Liberian Women Football Association, a 15-year-old. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Something just dawned on me. Hey Romeo, something just dawned on me. A 15-year-old young lady. This is, hey Pat. Hey Joe. This is Bobby Benito calling just to cuss. He makes it his duty when I come on to call to cuss. Hold on, y'all listen. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, hi Lily, how are you?
I'm good. Who is this?
This is, I call it Williams calling.
Oh, William, I thought it was Bobby Benito, because he makes it his business to call and insult me every time. You got something to say?
No, there's something, most of the time I follow your talk show.
Right.
But one of the, I always like to ask you the free question.
Mm-hmm.
So today Ali are happy for me to get you.
Okay.
So one of the,
hey, Henry.
Question already.
Uh-huh.
The first question is.
Uh-huh.
Since I brought a phone,
right.
How many educated president ever take power?
Okay.
Can you please tell me?
Okay. So the point is not. Let me ask you. What's your definition of education, though? What's your definition? Let's first start with your definition of education.
No, if you don't want so to ask, because number one, every blessing day you say, oh yeah, somebody is not educated, somebody is not educated. So that's the reason really. Sometimes I follow you. But sometimes the second question also I wanted to ask you, because you don't answer the first one yet. The second question I wanted to ask you, do you really love the Liberian people?
Do I love the Liberian people? That would be a question that you will answer. That would be the question you will answer. Yeah, listen.
If you love the Liberian people, yeah.
That would be. Okay, so let me see. I need you to stop for a second. You're not arguing with me. If you came to argue, I will quickly, sir, you talk, okay?
Yes,
so let me speak to you.
Okay.
Love is an action word, okay? It's not in your mouth. Love is not, you tell somebody I love you today, and tomorrow you're walking out. So let me tell you an action word a little bit. In 1990, when the barracks were abandoned, literally, all right, when the first relief team in Liberia came, it's called Seth. Seth came, Mercy Safe Frontier were in Liberia. That was the first relief team. And the soldier had bad rapport with the rest of the nation. Literally, people from I don't know where others the street, Geddes Street, all the way up to Marban Point across the bridge. Nobody wanted to be bothered with them. I was one of the first volunteers. You know why I went? Because women and children were there. All right? These were people who have gone to Lutheran compound, and I have family people in Lutheran that have been killed. But I still went because there were women and children there. That's action. It's not talk. All right? 2, when I came to this country, some of you are in Europe and in America today who went on resettlement, if at all you did. Thousands of Liberians came on that. I was one of those people who advocated. That's action. Now, fast forward, it took years to do that, to be a part. All right? While I was struggling even to find my own balance. I did that. That's my own account I'm giving you. Thirdly, no, stop. You asked me about love. Stop. If you're not going to stop and listen, we'll not continue this conversation. This is not, okay? Now, so let me, and I'm educating you. Education is being understanding, okay? You can be culturally educated, okay? Domestication is education. Having good moral, I didn't say you need to read and write. But yes, you do need to read and write as a president of Liberia because our constitution dictates that, because you have to be able to read and write to understand our law, our governing system per se, all right? So, let me say to you, then Ebola 2014, when the people you so claim they love Liberia were running away, all right? Some of us were contacting people in the street to make sure our people got help. You saw that. You see my picture on Facebook. You see my video recording. You see my interview. So that's action. Now, that's a question that you need to answer. Do Yasindi love Liberia? How much sacrifices have they made? I'm going running around kicking football with my hand and taking everything. And sir, and taking 12 years to destabilize the country, saying, I love the country, and challenging the current leader, okay, but still getting paid in the corner, putting people's children's life on the line, get killed and forgotten them. So yes, if you want to ask the question, now you go answer that question. We'll talk later. Stupidity, I ain't got time for that. Yes, and Joe, we always talk about that. And that's why all of us need to regroup the justice movement. We're close to this thing and get involved. We, the Liberian people, Joe, we in the diaspora, and I always told Liberia, we are like Nehemiah, right? Nehemiah, if you go another pastor who's to put in Pastor Broccoli, okay? And just like I was saying, these people were here to support me. Those people, even today, when I show up in the churches, they still recognize how we journey together, although our people were not receptive, all right? So there's no amount of insult or personal attack. And let me tell you something, Liberian people. My husband used to go to the Liberian community meeting. He would be sitting right there. And he told me, you can handle this. So the very first couple of months, when we leave the meeting, I would be so mad at him. I would not speak to him. I would be, and one day he told me, he said, yeah, when we spoke about you going, you said you can do this. I don't want whenever people attack you, I come fight for you. It will look like you can't do this. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, guys. You always say you can do this. You're strong. You can do this. I will pray for you. I will lead you. My husband is a pastor. Okay? All of you who care about me and be talking. My family, my husband, family relationship, we're family. We're not in-laws. I want people to know that. In fact, majority of the clothes that you guys can see me wear from Liberia and from Ghana, my sister-in-laws didn't make them for me. Fact, except for the ones I made them. They make me clothes. They're not there now. And I miss that. My brother's wife, in fact, had me wearing African clothes. Then my husband's little sister would make clothes, send me a box of clothes. I have a whole department store of African clothes. And you know, the thing is, before there was Facebook, you could wear it many times, then you wear it Facebook, everybody said I see little woman wear it, right? And I don't really care. It's not the clothes, I wear the clothes does not wear me per se. So like I was saying, love is an action word. People must understand that. my particular journey is not overnight. So nothing absolutely personal attack. Hey, D, has to do with love is not just in your mouth. It's an action word. For instance, we also love Liberia that he took 57 million while Liberians are dying for hunger and locked them at 3 o'clock. He called a stimulus package. But he about to open the churches. He about to open the street. Okay? For we also love Liberia that doing Ebola. He ran out of the country. And for we also love the country Liberia that when he had $80 million, he said he would party, he was not interested in politics. So can't tell me about love. Where I went to Ghana to party and sleep with little girls and little boys. I'm saying it. I went to Ghana, cook a refugee camp, fed people. Those are facts. I went to Ivory Coast. I went to Guinea. Okay? Not one time, not 2 times. From 1995, I visited refugee camps. When plane could not go directly to Liberia like that, I will go to Africa, take a flight to Monrovia. So tell me about loving Liberia. When all of this broke out, see the first group that came to y'all and say, let's stand together for our people. My daughter, Irene, welcome, baby. I'm still feeling bad when I saw your video. I'm still talking to people to see if we can do something. But we have to do something that will pick you up, not to keep you down. We want to do something for our women and children in Liberia, not to keep them down. Listen, the Bible tells Adam, when God was ready to let them get out of Eden, he told him, for you, Adam, you will suffer under the rain. When man earn his living and is able to take care of his family, hey, okay? Okay? And he's able to take care of his family. That's dignity, that's pride. It makes him feel like a man. Even when a woman can work, even she's a single parent, to have power and take care of her children. All right? But, you know, we sit in America and sing praises and say, oh, but let's put money together and send it. You think who want to hang out every time they want something to another human being? It's demeaning. It makes you feel small. And people may not have choice, so they do. I know some of the most intelligent young people, young men in Liberia, sharing rooms. Not that they can't work. I listened to a young man who just made it to America, and now is an engineer, okay? We're working for city builder, trying to get paid. Lebanese people will proposition him to sleep with them, allow men to bend over for them before they can pay him. Can you believe that? You got men in Liberia, demasculating our young men. So that brings me to the little girl. This little girl in a Liberian LFA was ripped by another woman, by a woman. Y'all remember the Knuckles Gate? Well, with the Knuckles, y'all remember that Ellen Johnson celeb friend with the Knuckles? Y'all remember with the Knuckles? When Ellen first took over, the old man who got plenty children, come from a big family. And I know some of his grandchildren and nieces were having threesome with an older woman and a little Liberian girl. Ellen didn't have choice but to fire him or had him resigned. Although they gave him other job undercover, like we didn't know, we were so stupid. You know, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf came to power at the right time. There was no Facebook Live. We were not so active. And let me tell you something. We came to wake all of us up. Donald Trump came as a value addition for us, to tell us there's nowhere like home. Although some of us always knew that. And Sister Ariana, no. You remember that? You remember that, Sister Annie? Yes. Knuckles. So this woman, now it got me thinking. I have a family member that were in the Liberian stuff, and something happened to her, and we could not put our hand on it. Now I'm thinking that's how they've been doing. Okay? And this girl took a fake male part, all right, and molested and raped the baby, 15-year-old girl. And this is what I tell Liberian people. And this is what I tell Liberian women. You know, when Vivian Red was raped and killed, first let me go to Mamusu. Mamusu was raped and killed right after we had took over. The video had gained about 60 to 80,000. Nothing happened. It went everywhere. Nothing happened. All the women think it would not come to their door and their children's door and other fathers. Then the little girl, Yvonne. Let's reverse a little bit. You all remember Morales from Grand Jita, the representative who ripped his own, hey G, you're there, who ripped his own niece? You know what they do? And this is what needs to change, okay? Like, their lawmakers have office budget and the money is sent to them for them to pay their own workers. That should not happen. G, I'm worried about you. Got to watch out. I am really. In America, we pay the people that work at the offices of the representatives and the senators directly from the government payroll. Although the budget is allocated, but it's paid directly. Hey, Sonny. All right? It's not for the representatives to be paymasters. So then, they go out and bring people who majority are not qualified, their family members, or their girlfriends, or their boyfriends. And then half of the time, they don't pay them correctly. They give bogus report. And that's corruption. That's corruption. So this dude go to Grand Jita, brought in his cousin or his brother in Liberia. Our first cousin, our brothers and sisters. And we know that. Oh, all my babies are out here. I am so blessed. Some of the smartest of them smart. I so love you. I so love you. The Oma here. I'm sitting Osa. I'm sitting now Osa. Nobody coming to come beat me. I hear police one can will pass. I live here. And I ain't no fence. I ain't no ya in my yard. Yeah. So the little girl is raped. The Liberian, the team managers want to keep it undercover. They don't want to talk about it. And this is since last year. So one of the lady called a radio station. And the person recorded it. Yes, and Sonny, all is well. Hey, sis Lapu, all the gladiators. Hey, you guys are here. All right? So they reported it. Prophet Key, pick it up. Kudos to Prophet Key. All right? Some person called Prophet Key. So now, our sons, it says, our little girls are not safe with some of the milk, or majority of the milk. All right? Now, they're not even safe with women. You know, the story goes, this last government crossed the street to Susanna. So the thing that happening today in Liberia, they start to do. Cross the street to Susanna during Ellen Johnson Sally time. The time for men to go sleep with other men for jobs, okay, will cross the street to Susanna. When you hear somebody say, half for finance, they all cross the street to Susanna. And I don't want to say so. Don't mind them acting. Let me tell you a story really quickly. Way back in the 90s, when I was young, yes, it's Nola, in my early 20s, in college, we used to club hop. Yes. And you know, that's why when people are talking, oh, tell her you is this. I say when you're young, that when you're supposed to explore it. Yes. I know I'm all over the place, but I'm trying to give how you call it because I say people like, yes. You know, and I'm blessed. Look at, you know, I used to party. You know, when you go to college, that's what you do. You find your stuff, you party, you have good time. You know, Friday night, happy hour, you get to hang out with your girls. Saturday night, you go to the club. If you were, I was cute because I was just dry. In America, you don't got to have pretty face or anything. You just got to be dry. Boom, boom. Okay, I was dry. In America, when you dry, you know, that's beauty. People live on diet. People, it's $1 billion industry to be, you know, 5'5" with 90 pounds or 110 pounds and all of that, right? So, you know, be happy here I am. Backstage, cool. I didn't like backstage. I like VIP. Backstage, I'm not good for it. And yeah, so Saturday night party, Sunday go to comedy hour. I don't remember since I last went anywhere. So let me just tell you, since in my late 20s, after that, that was that. Yes, it's me. That was that for me. But I'm saying, in where we live in the developed world, guess that's the essence of going to college, to find yourself. Who are you? What you want to do? How far can you go? You want bench liquor? That's on you. I never drink. I never smoke. You know, I'm just a happy woman, you know. Then, so, like I was saying, so I've been there, done that. So this woman, these women are in Liberia, sleeping with boys and girls, little boys and little girls, having, I don't know, threesome, foursome, some. They're just nasty. They're just nasty. Okay, very nasty. So we think, but then the thing is though, whoever is going to take over after we are, has so much mess to clean, okay? Besides the financial mess, okay? Then you have the infrastructure mess. You have structure mess, all right? Institutional mess. Then you got moral mess, okay? There's no moral. The place is you see, you know, last year I got a lot of tips, and I just stopped blocking people. Liberian men in bathroom, giving each other men on each other in bathroom. Places the Royal Hotel in the bathroom, Boulevard Hotel in the bathroom. One of them have one big guy in Liberia, take gray beer, jump from party to party. I don't feel like calling names today. I got enough names because I stay on Maria Lekin. I'm still on her because they threatened to sue me. I'm ready for her. Yeah, this weekend I will be on it. Yes. So let me tell you now. The people who watch Zeus, the people from Spain, the so-called white people that you're so watching, tell you, me, I want my husband to have another wife. Me alone, I'm at trouble. You already know that. And I even think it was because you were that young, and then I will inherit everything else. But I don't want you to die young because we won't go to Liberia. So on our little farm, I can't remarry again. I'm good. And that the only person who able to tolerate me, I'm just being honest. Me, my trouble is not for children. I'm just being honest. My trouble not for children. So this, and I'm talking, going back. So the representative goes to Grand Judea, brings in his brother to be his driver. As the brother was coming, brought his little baby daughter. The man ended up pregnant the little girl, a 12-year-old. So 12-year-old, she have not even reached puberty. She's just developing. And Tina, that is so true because they're still ripping. Nothing has happened. And that's why Pastor welcome, evangelist welcome. That's why we must still stand and speak. Like I was saying, Zach Robert and a few of them, in fact, lots of them, because they called Judea had name that they are supporting rebel power. The guy that called himself General Power. They were collecting money to send it to him to go train people to come to Liberia. All right? I posted a video is here. You don't have to watch the whole video. Just go to the end of the video. The so-called pastor, the one that was cussing me the other day, the one from Europe. He's on there. Right after him, just before you get to the end of the video, that man is talking. He called himself Zach Robert, and he named all the people. How they will start going neighborhood. Let me tell you something. My neighborhood, I'm sitting right here also. Everything in my yard, up to my neighbor's yard, is on camera, right? So in my backyard, it's on camera. You walk to my house the wrong way, I don't know you, I'll shoot you. And yes, I can shoot. I don't have to show my gun. I have right to carry. Now in America, I can protect my property. I can protect the lives and the livelihood of my family. So don't get stupid and come to my house. This is not Liberia. And the law, I will walk scot-free. Okay? So this man impregnated a little girl. The little girl went to deliver. She started having complication. After she had the baby, her bowel wouldn't stop moving. Hi, Rev, evangelist. Okay? I mean, her bowel won't stop moving. It just continued. Water started leaking from her. Dr. Francine and a few people pick it up. Max makes her pick it up. I joined them. This is 2017. Early 2017, late 2016, around that time. This is a sitting lawmaker. Why y'all think nothing moving in Liberia? 90% of them are rapists and abusers and corrupt. Majority of them are bad roaders. Everybody sleep with everybody. They're nasty. I say so. Okay? I say so. And they don't discriminate. Boys and girls. Eh? So, like I was saying, so the white man came and taught you about, you know, you can't have, you know, I love my grandfather. My grandfather was such a powerful man. He could not read a colonial book or write. When the missionary came to our town and his siblings decided they would convert, after that, they changed their names. I love my name, Yasindi. I'm the second girl and beautiful. Love it. Different. Anywhere, any day, any place. And Grandpa refused to be a Christian. Say he would worship the God who had brought him this far and continue to. No disrespect. I'm a Christian. My husband is a pastor. But Grandpa did not. Because there's something in Christendom called enculturation. It said from here on forward. It ain't say go back. Because our people could not read and could not process. They didn't even know. Majority of them wanted to fit in because other people call it civilization. So they just went on with everything I just said. Okay, Flomo, hi. Okay? So Grandpa never did. But my grandpa had his own stuff that he could write. My grandpa could write Mono, but I still read the Mono Bible. We're there, the New Testament. We're there. I could read the book of John, the Quaison, James, Zine. Okay? Grandpa could get you a full report. My grandpa was the first Justice of the Peace in Wicklow. My great uncle was the first senior senator in Nima County. So people don't know. My uncle used to be Speaker of the House. So this is not new to me. No amounts of cussing, attacked will move me. So this man impregnated his own niece. Then when it got hot, remember now, our ma, our Oma, the Iron Lady. Yes. And if y'all go on YouTube, you won't get the Mano translation. It's there. It's there. You won't get the Mano writing alphabet. It's there too. Gil, all of them there. You can learn from that. So, hey guys, hey Ben. So this guy leaves Monrovia. In fact, he stays in Monrovia, Mr. Morales. Our mom, the Iron Lady, who fought for us all this while for freedom and liberty, equality, and justice for all, was there. And we talk. And little Regina was taken out of Monrovia to Grangide, to the credit of Front Page Africa. They followed them. The next time Front Page Africa reporter went to Grangide, the young lady was threatened that she came back. Hey, Ben, they were going to deal with her. The next time she went back to investigate, the little girl disappeared. So as of to date, We don't know if Regina is alive, how is the baby. And that's why I say, I'm sorry. It may cause a lot of trouble. Me, that would be my gift to Liberia. With a new administration that will take over, if they really want to move forward, I will pay for a DNA machine. Even if I got to work 5 jobs to get enough in every county. So all of us can know who our families are. So then the men then who having babies can be able to support their children. So the women can just be taking care of children. Then you show up late when the person becomes somebody, you can't say that my child over there. All of a sudden, the child who didn't look like you yesterday, you clean. The girl who you never slept with, you didn't know. All of a sudden, that you child. So we need to, wow, my dear, Tengba, Dana, one story. Okay? So Vivian was killed. And we thought when we came over, this is a new regime. We'll see, we're going to help us. Because we are said there will be justice for us. Women's rights will be respected. They will be empowered. We started reaching out. And in fact, guilty as it comes. When we are inauguration came and the women then were, Liberian women then were going off and carry on. If y'all go there, y'all will find out I wrote a poem to the... to Claire Weah, telling Liberian women to back off of her, which they did. I went off. Okay? I went off. So the other day, let me tell you how funny it is and how funny Weah is. And I don't even think any Liberian woman on the Facebook need to be talking about this, right? I lend me Yacindy Martin, who been here literally all of my life. Went to visit Weah. And he gave me $50. But you know what that says about how we are, not particularly me, it don't have to be me, I don't even care. You say how we are things about us as Liberian women. We are women just to, we are dumb sight for him. So if a Liberian woman who has sense at all and self-dignity and know who she is, as a person, as a woman, as a mother to Liberia, as the mother of Liberian children, if you at all, a woman who have a little bit of an ounce of sense in your head, those will not be a pronouncement that you make. You know what that says to you? We have absolutely no respect for you as a Liberian woman. If we are sleeps with your women and give them $50, $25, even $100, but he can go to the next country and build a mansion there. He can buy them a Maybach or can buy the $130,000 car. But you're proud to sit on Facebook and say, oh, the president slept with a Liberian woman and gave her $50. And think that's the joke. The joke is on you. That's how cheap we think about ourselves. Thank you so much, Wookie. That's how we look at each other. We've been abused so long. Hey, Jerome. We've been abused so long. And we have the abused women syndrome. Even we fight each other when one is fighting for us. We fight the one who's standing for us. It's just like you have your sister that's been beaten down. Teeth have been broken. We'll call you and cry. The moment you say something, she goes against you. She don't want to speak to you anymore because you don't like her husband, you don't like her boyfriend. You have to forgive her. You know why? Because she is sick. She is traumatized. She's been abused so long that she cannot differentiate reality, you know, from myth, from her insanity. You know, I see, like, the other day I saw a Liberian man beating his wife at a riverside. And everybody's saying, you see, this is how I came to advocacy. I was 13, and both of my parents were out of the house. And we lived in my uncle's house at the time before we moved to our own house on to Gaytown. We lived behind the Surface Ice Cream. And I have family members that will come visit, and we had a lot of family living in our because my uncle had, you know, how when you get one person get something, everybody come, all the interior, all of our came, the uncle, the cousin, everybody were living in the house. And I have this one set of family, husband and wife. And my aunt was disabled. She worked with her limb, so she didn't have good balance. Okay? Hey, Deborah, hey, Sister Charlotte. And thank you, Naomi. Cookie, stop it. See, that's the American dream. You get a house, maybe 2 or 4 kids. I got 4 kids. A dog, and, you know, and that's it. I'm good, Sister Rebecca. And this man, every time, and we learn every time we leave and go to school, my parents go to work, he would beat my auntie up and drag her, sometimes naked her. But everybody come from where she at, like everything is okay. So this day, you know, malaria will come up. Me and my brother was sick with malaria every month. Lord, chloroquine could just kill me. And this day, I'm in the room, and I'm hearing this woman crying, "You will kill me, yo. Y'all let him kill me, yo." And everybody watching like it's a show. So I'm really pissed off, right? I told this story over and over, and I would say it again. I'm really, really, really pissed off. So I go in the house. They call it piazza. It's like the living area, but it's used for nothing, you know. And they have this metal pencil. So I just grab a metal pencil to tell me, I owe you so big time. So I grabbed the metal pencil and came outside and just started beating the guy with no control. And literally, I almost killed him because I was just mad. I went just completely out. Hey, bro. And then people stopped me. The first thing is, my aunt jumped over her husband, crying that I would kill her husband. So I literally, y'all know I fat right now, right? I was like this. So, you know, the windows had those strip iron bar. I think there were only 3 of us in the family that could fit through that. Eh? He had to skinny back on dry. So when everybody sees that I've killed the man, I went and jumped through my parents' window, went through the iron bar and waited till they came from work. So when my mom got home and they started talking, everybody started coming out to talk about this. They decided they would pack her and leave. So they left. From that day, I never stopped. That's 37 years ago. That was the day I was called. That was my aha moment. I never stopped. I volunteer in places that other people wouldn't go during the war. I volunteer in my community when people girls my age were busy partying. Okay, I did tutoring in the community when refugees were coming, you know, and I thought our kids needed help. Even the Alexander Cummings offer us tens of thousands of dollars annually for the life for adult education and after school program. You know what we did with our money? We fought. By the time we had the money in our community, just like any other Liberian community, everybody started coming to meeting and start fighting. You know what? I told them, please give you money. I will do it voluntarily. Because it was destroying the community. Thank you, sis. Then, Christopher New came on board and said, Arizona has some extra money that they wanted to give it to charity organization. Our community was to receive 250,000. Everybody who never been to Liberia community meeting, say I'm being in the country, and some of them just came, were coming to meeting because our money to divide. We as Liberians, I'm saying this to say, we as Liberians, individual Liberians in the diaspora, we are problems. We are problems to our community. We are problems to our children. We are problems to our wives. We are problems to our daughters. And the women are mostly just victims who are used to being victimized. Okay? And maybe the men are also victims from the past. But those are things that we need to visit. Okay? Let me tell you something. And hopefully my girls take it after me. My husband can say no. When I was younger and I was dating, I had a timeline to do assessment of a guy. Believe me. And I had my own description at the time. You have to be certain height. You have to be certain complexion, because I wanted my kids to look certain way. I'm just saying, though, that was me. I was young. You know, they say when a woman is like from about 24 and down, most women don't really have not set in yet to know where they want. I'm just being honest with you. But 26, 27, perspectives change. By the time you get to your 30, if you don't know any better than your own you, by the time you pass 45, you don't give a fig where anyone thinks. And that's how I am. And those are true. Good afternoon, says Musu. All right? Yes. Okay? So, if you have 110 excuses, because when everybody meet, everybody put out their best face. You go to, let me tell you, you see how small I am? I can eat past a 300-pound man. You carry me to the restaurant, and I will be intentional. I will order food, and I will eat. The food go in. the food going out of stock. You decide. I would be annoying. Because I always said, yes, I do, says Charlotte, what? What? I am a Fubian. That's how my kids call me, a Fubian. I can eat, no joke. But I'm very hyper, so it burns. It doesn't go anywhere. It just burns. My metabolism is like exceptionally high. It burns. It burns. You know how people drink coffee to wake up? I drink coffee to sleep. Seriously. You know how you get caffeine to wake up? I take caffeine to relax. I have like adverse effect. That's how hyper I am. And on the other side, my husband is just calm, like always calm and calculative. I know when to stop. He has the way that he calls my name. And when he calls me that way, it means it's time to shut up and call it a day. And I know. But besides that, we're fine. Yes, and determined youth, that is so true. Like when you and I have that conversation, I have the same conversation with, and I'm going to call the name SJ, with Brother Amos Josh. They're all on board. I'm trying to bring my like minds together. And let me tell you something. Your sister started a new venture. We'll talk about it later today. Today I will call you when I get off this phone. And I almost had a nervous breakdown last night. This week was my first week. It was so stressful. Thank God for my husband. That's why I like smart men. Sometimes you don't have to say the word. They can calculate that. You see, that's why I like to talk to Nelson in the back. Because I'll be like, Nelson, can I get this? He's like, boom, even before I think it is there. And I was making the sense of the diasporan. Yes. My little cousin is here. Yes. In the Bible, if you think about Nehemiah did not live in Israel when the wall was breaking down. So let's not look at this symbolically. Let's compare the walls of Israel or Jerusalem to the nation Liberia being broken down. Yes, black intelligent. Yes, okay. You look at it as the wall being broken down. All right, symbolically speaking. When the morality of the nation are decayed, okay, moral decadent. When babies are raping their mothers, they're raping their sisters. When sisters can mimic being men to buy fake men part to rape other girls, that's not our culture. That's not our culture. That's not our culture. Listen, I don't have any problem. I have family members who like the same sex. I don't love them any less than my family. They are my family by design. And is that not, those of you who come and listen to me, those are, you know, I was laying down last night. 1 o'clock in the morning, I got a call. Let me tell a good story. 1 o'clock, one of my sons called. James Pay, that another supporter there. Those are the people who elevated me here. Okay? And he says, sis, y'all call me. It was late. It was late. And something just put to my soul to call. Because I had just finished my work and turned it in. And I called, he said, send me your cash app. So I said, I didn't ask questions, I said my cash app. And I'm looking, there's $100. And I said, my children will eat. You know, yesterday afternoon, I support over 200 children. I've done that for years in the Puebla area. And when the young man that is in charge called and said, Oma, no school, no food, your children now go loose in the community. Oh, I just started crying. So I went to my bank. Maybe that's the only reason I got about. My husband told me I can spend all the money, I can do anything. So long I can come home, I'm good. So I went to the bank and took out $500. And then I called Emmanuel Service, because last week I sent Emmanuel, I believe $300. But the Zelle somehow, I guess, and I do to my Zelle, they put stop on my on my payment. I talked to her, they said they can't do it. So I did. So I went there and withdraw the money myself and carry it to another bank. So I called to find out if Emmanuel sent the money. He sent me the stuff yesterday to say he sent the money. So when he sent me, it was God that sent him. Hey, Brother Ben. So he sent me $100. And I said, I will add to this. We can buy another 50 bags. We're trying to devise a way that we can do a tutor in the community, maybe create a community where they can come and put bench and the children can sit down, and maybe per grade every 2 hours. And we will find volunteers. We can teach them from here. That's what Zoom is about. Listen, I see everybody talking about Zoom revolution. I've been using Zoom for years. For meeting, for town hall. If you remember doing the June 7 protest, we did Zoom town hall from community to community. My team, the Leiden, y'all remember that? We did Zoom town hall with Emmanuel Macedo and the team on the ground in Liberia and here. So we have technology. There go my beautiful, smart sister. Hey, Cole, welcome. Hey, Thomas. Okay? The same way we can use the Facebook, we can use Zoom to educate our children. Okay? The only thing that may be different, the math for per grade will be the same. The English will be the same. But our social study, which is civic, okay, if they're not in high school to be doing war history, but our local history need to be included, and those are the things that we will have to devise and see how we can create a place for that. Assistant here. So like determine you just said, we have to come together to see how we can help our people. The mind is the most powerful place to waste. Okay, so let me let y'all know. We are team. His former rebels. Hey, Sis Evangeline, the one called Power, Rebel Power, the Rebel General Power, the one who wanted to kill Yeke, the one who attacked Root FN, okay? That particular one, the group, Judah had name were mentioned. Then I mean, who called it, I posted a link here, said that they are collecting money to send it to General Power to start training soldiers to kill our people, okay? You've heard me spoken, you heard me spoke for years. I always ask for justice and accountability. When violence seems to be solving problem, maybe the solution will be temporary, but the destruction that it brings lasts a long time. We're saying that. Those of you who are looking for powerful people, Ellen was powerful. You know, people will call me and say, I remind them of Ellen. No. No. I've never worked for government. I've never left my children. I've always been a mother to my children. I don't look the other way when things happen to my children, even when my in-laws or my brother-in-law molest them, and they've never been. My children, first and foremost, here's Renzi. I think the most important job that we ever have to do, my children. Okay? Some of them got challenges and they're going through it. But that's the act of growing up. That we get through it. If your kids are perfect, great. Mine ain't. Okay? I was a good girl. I grew up here with no parents. You know, in my community, I call everybody uncle. I know people can say she's contradicting herself. Where we come from, all the elders are your uncles. The older women are you. Yes, hey Eve, hi sis. Hey sis Hawa. Okay? They're uncles and their auntie. Those are the people who kept me on my feet. When I came to this country, less than a month, I was homeless. A woman who didn't know me from Adam took me in. Yes, proudly took me in. A woman. The funny thing is, a Grand Gideon, they didn't even know my background. And all the Grand Gideon people were calling her, say, you're a crown woman, what are you doing with Nimage in your house? This is during the height of the war. You're a crown woman. Took me in, homeless. Young Liberian girl. Come for the home, shelter. Car sometimes drop me to work, take taxi home. Here I was. In a big cold land. It's like you took a fish out of the tank and put it in the sea. Like my mom here in America too. I love her. She was there when I needed her. Then later on, the find out then my uncle found me, my Uncle Steve in up north. Then they started seeing me at all the before all the refugee came. Before all the refugees, y'all go back to the Grand Gideon Association. Y'all go way, way, way back in the 90s, the early 90s. Not the early 90s, the late 90s, the early 2000s. Y'all go low way back. So most of your video, you will see one dry brown girl there. That was me. He used to follow my uncle then everywhere. Then they stopped talking. Okay? Hey, Wade, how are you? Hey, Jimmy. So, today I heard from the man for Zach Roberts and the young man that does the podcast, although he tried to discourage him. But he said, you know, and then, but not really discouraging. He said they should not talk it live. They can talk it in the back. So the way they're collecting money to train people, they're already training enough people. You know, let me say this to you. African High. You have a country where we suffer. I had a conversation with a young girl today. Beautiful girl. Who is as much as traumatized as I am. And maybe worse. And she said, I'm not going to call her name. She says, yeah. My brothers stopped growing at 11. Hey, Adama. My brothers stopped growing at 11. You know what that means? Most Liberian that you see stop developing the day the war started, when the trauma started. We are still children walking around. You see men violently raping their little girls, their grandbabies. So we all stop growing. Some of us manage. Me, every now and then, I must admit, I travel on the New Bridge in my mind. And it's so real. And I see bodies on the river floating. I see we walking past bodies on the New Bridge going to Brewerville. I still see those. I don't know about y'all. So some of us, although we're 30 years later, although our body has changed, our faces have changed, you know, but we're still living that. It may not be every moment, but we are. And when she said that, it dawned on me. And I said, you just said something profound. We stop growing. Mentally, we stop developing. Yeah, we can go and get all the PhDs. We can go and get all the master's degree. We can go and challenge science and be the greatest that we can be. But the trauma, when you see a man take a gun and put it in the backside of another man or a woman, when you see somebody grab and somebody human head and walk around and dance with it, how do you recover from that? What do you say to recover from that? Hey, Adama, thank you. What do one do to kind of deprogram the human mind? Look at this way, Liberia. America got some of the best army in the world, the best training. Hey, James. And James owed me an exclusive interview, and I keep saying that. I've said that for years. Okay? Some of the best soldiers, the best Navy SEAL. But you Google how many U.S. soldiers commit suicide every day that went to war. Because the mind, God did not make you to be killers. So you go to war. They go to war, they come back, they say they debrief them, de-traumatize them, but they're still traumatized. And they end up on medication. So you think about that from that mental standpoint. That little boys, I don't know. I will play this for you. Some days I'm using this other phone. You know the war. 75% of the people that fought the war were children, 18 and under. Hey, Steve, 18 and under 18. Imagine that. Imagine that. Here, what I'm going to show you. I can't outside to wear. I'm going to trim those. I like to do it myself. Do I want somebody to cut it? No, I like to do it myself. These little hands can do plenty of things. These little hands can lay tiles. In fact, the whole summer, y'all will be working with me in the backyard. I'm going to be building benches. I see my son Steve here, benches. We're going to do a lot of stuff. We're going to lay different tiles. There's these hand-laid tiles. It cuts grass. It makes garden. Yes, when I go to Liberia, I'm not going to Guinea. I'm not going to Guinea to go buy pepper. I get pepper in my own bag. I'll make my own pepper in my own bag. I'll make my own rest. I'll get my own machine, make my own restaurant. And maybe even sell some. But I actually came today to tell you about 3 things. Zach Robert, along with Julia Hart, and a lot of Liberians, are collecting money to send it to General Power, the killer, the rebel general, to train more people to come and kill Liberia. As you guys already know, hey, Brother Thomas, I need to call you and charge you. There's some work I need you to do with me. And you and Brother Jesse, we need to get on the ball. We need to prepare not only to go to the UN this year, but to be part of the Human Rights High Commission, to be at the table. If there would be an assembly, and the assembly is not be via Zoom. And this is the new age. So General Power is being sponsored by Julia Hart. And a group of them are looking to go in advocates' neighborhood to go harass them, to talk to them. Well, I think you can see my neighborhood. And everybody mind your own business. If they see me outside, you not hear anybody say anything to me. You wave, I won't wave, I wave, I don't wave. And I've been living here for almost 20 years. You hear me? Come to my neighborhood. People, if they don't even recognize you, they will not open the door. I got camera in front of my house. Come to my neighborhood. And you will get a surprise. You will enter in a hospital or in a morgue. And no, since March 16, no family member been to my house. The only family members that have been to my house, not inside my house, my mother. And I videotaped it. And my brother did the same. Hey, Robertson. Hey, Abel. Okay? So, again, I can't say thank you enough to all of you who continue to contribute. We led the charge. If you remember, we were the first to go out and distribute in orphanage homes, School of the Blind, Group of 77. When we went to 3 hospitals last week, or maybe the week before, And we see right after we asking people to go contribute to hospital, Phoebe Hospital, Remy Hospital, Beaumont schools. So I want to say thank you, Minister Hannah. Continue to pray for us. Hi, Abel. All right. Yeah. They want remember the Crew Defense Force? That's what they were talking about. They want to empower the Crew Defense Force. So they want to empower them, and they want power to lead. He will be doing the training because he's good at killing people. So I posted a video. Maybe I'll just post it again so y'all can watch it. You don't have to watch the whole thing. Oh, can somebody post it for me? I didn't charge my phone last night. If somebody can post it for me, I will. But it's on here. It's on here. So can somebody post it for me because my other phone is dead. Yeah, the Crew Defense Force is going to be sponsored by Judah Hart, Zach, I think there's Zach Z. Roberts, an older guy with gray beard. So they're going to be sponsoring them, I guess, to wage war on Liberian. Yep. No, I'm in the yard. Nobody here. I'm not outside. I'm just in the yard. Yeah, if I'm going out, we have a mask on. Yeah, today, and to tell you the truth, I have allergy. By the time I leave, the whole place is already stuffy. It will be, yes. So they don't want war in the Economic Crimes Court, but they want more war. And that's what they're working on. That's what they're saying. The video is out there. The video, I'm trying to see if somebody can post it. Says Evangeline, man, post that video for me, man. Post that video. Says Evangeline, please post that video if you can. Yeah, I would tell you, you don't have to watch the whole video. You can just go to the end of the video that the last person on there. Yeah, it's like the last maybe 5-10 minutes. That's it. Somebody please post it for me. If anybody can post it, I will appreciate it. Somebody please post it. You post it, I would go ahead and do it. Yep. So it is that. Another thing is the young lady, Prophet Key will be talking about it. The young lady that was raped by another girl by using dildo, meaning use fake. Thank you, Mapila. Yeah, by using fake male private part, rape a 15-year-old. So Liberia is actually sick. Then you have a president who impregnated a 14-year-old during the campaign. You all remember Obi told us about we have the great pregnant in the Central Africa Coast to have a baby. You all remember that? But then that we are now. We are God, they would defend it. They arrested a young man to kind of divert people's attention to what they wanted to do because we are wanted to free Ellie children. We are know the trouble is in with Ellie, so he's not going anywhere. Another thing that we need to talk about is how do we help? Since Florence is here, our children. How do we empower our sisters? All these men that the war had destroyed, literally, either, hey, Katama, taking care of children by themselves. You got one woman, 3, 4 children. She ain't got no job. How does she eat? How? So there are about 57 million or more out there that were given to WIA 2 weeks ago. That our people are yet to see semblance of, they have not seen it. And I heard this other murderer, that woman called Joy Howard Taylor, that heartless woman. Yes, I'm a woman and I can say that. Sits there and say, let's assume there are 1 million homes in Liberia. We cannot afford to give 1 million homes 1 bag of rice. That 1 million bag of rice at $13. That's 13 million. Little rebel, you have 57 million for the people. You have 100 million from the U.S. Embassy for the people. You have other organizations that donated. And how do you determine who can afford in Liberia and who cannot afford? Who determines that? especially when you lock people up. Who determines that? You know, when we went to these single women in Soul Clinic, I was perplexed. And then the people called me later and said, Maya, that's not all. There are more. So literally, the family structure is completely broken down. And that's why people can take advantage of our children. What can a single woman do? We even know the single women in America who the men, excuse me, can be made forced to pay for child support, or that they can find job to do in a country where you don't got no job. You know, Dr. Sungbe, my cousin-in-law, wrote this morning to define your own health. And he wrote, and somebody said, who roughed you up this morning? No, some people think far beyond that. Said, nobody have to rough you up. He said, hell is waking up every morning, don't know how you're going to survive. That's your hell. That is hell. Waking up every morning and you don't know where you will find food to eat. Hell is going to school and being educated and you cannot get a job and you can't get a loan to even start one. Hell is standing in line in your own country to be fed by Indians who are literally the poorest country in the world, who came to your country poor. And those are people who have absolutely no respect for you and your color, your kind. Okay? That's hell. Hell is when you're a man and you can't protect your own family and you can't provide for your family. You who told me to wear masks, you're the one who did this to me. That's hell. Okay? That's hell. But let me show you something before I let you go. I'm about to cut grass. Okay? I'm going to do this. I want you to watch. All right? And I can do it myself. I want to make sure you can see, right? I want to make sure you can see. You know, the other day I was cutting grass in my backyard, and somebody said to me, "But why you can't use the axe? Why you can't use it? There's no need for me to use my bare hand with the technology to cut to make my work easy." The essence of technology, the essence of innovation is to add value, to make your time more useful, and to seek an easier way to do stuff. Before we used to wash with our hands, right? So we started washing with washing machine. So why would I have washing machine and one want to wash with my hand? Why would I have machine that can clear long and I want to cut it with lights? It don't make sense. Okay, the time it would take for me to do that for 5 minutes, okay, I can do in 2 hours. I can do that. So I'm going to show you really quickly. You saw that? That's a therapy for me. Why I don't want to pay somebody to do it. That I like to do it. So it's a therapy for me. I like to work with my hands, you know, kind of like I say, I'm very hyper. So like if I go read for 2 hours, 3 hours, I can only go for 2 hours at a time. I got to stop and do something physical in my house. Yeah, that one plate, that where you ate the dry rice with the fried fish, that's correct. That's it. So I'm here and I'm doing that. And so thank you. So starting sometime next week when I get hold of what I started doing. Steve, I don't know how you've been doing this. I was so stressed yesterday that today my stomach, I have problem with my tummy. I was so stressed. I was so stressed, Steve. I'm not joking. My husband laughed at me all day. I was so stressed yesterday. The morning, I didn't even want to get up to do anything, but I gotta go read. So let's talk tomorrow. Let's talk this evening. We know the little French little boy who was killed by the police woman, and we know nothing is happening. Um, we can't give up. You know, let me tell you a quick story. Australia. Those of you who have family in Australia, Australia was a dump site that the Queen or that the English people used to send criminals or people that they thought committed crime and they were patterned and they didn't want to hang them or kill them. And they send them to Australia. So Australia should actually be worse than Liberia. But those who were called so-called criminals built on oasis. And our refugees are there. Liberians that are there are doing excellent. Majority, and this is no disrespect to our Liberians in Europe, I would say at least 30% of the Liberians in Europe live off of welfare. Okay? Like those one who come sit on Facebook to talk trash because they can't read and write. So they get paid. Some of them work 4 months, 5 months. In America, if you want to be on welfare, you're not going anywhere. You want to go somewhere, you got to earn sweat and blood. When they tell you 8 hours in America, it's 8 hours. Hi, says Grace, it's 8 hours. You take a 30-minute lunch, you got to go back and pay for that 30-minute lunch. If you take 1 hour lunch, you got to go back and how you call it. Mr. Twazama, I will have to contact you and do an interview with you. You're a very innovative young man, and I look forward to having a conversation with you. I will inbox you, however, and we can have a conversation on the platform maybe in the next coming week. Let's hear you out. Your voice is essential to the national conversation. Let's hear you out. I think it would be great. Hi, says Mary Ann. How you doing? Yes, yes, yes. So if places like Australia, they're able to make it and build wealth, if places like Dubai, Saudi Arabia, a desert can be turned into oasis. You don't need somebody who have a loving heart. You need somebody who is innovative, somebody who is vision driven. You want somebody who is far sighted, we call it. Okay? You don't want somebody who just love. Listen, love does not pay the bills. Okay? No, it does not. No disrespect to anyone. And I'm yet to see love except for the love of Jesus Christ. I live in a country where over 50% of people who have all these videos say they love one another and they get divorced the next day or they kill each other. So sometimes love is not enough. I want the love of God, not 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 craziness, or second hand emotions. So that's that. When somebody asks you, do you really love Liberia? Hopefully you can get my answer that I gave them. Love is an action word. Okay? We can tell from the action of Josh Weah that he never loved Liberia. Okay? Then most Liberians don't understand what love is, especially of this generation. They've never been loved. They don't know what it's like. Majority of grew up in places or neighborhood where they just fuck you. Husband fucks their wives, and then they take them to the bedroom and enjoy themselves and they only about them. you know, or they cut off certain part of you, so it all about them because they brought up all of that nonsense. All right, but we're gonna talk about that later. So y'all, let me go. I've been here for a while. I'm gonna go find something to eat. I had a rough, and I had like 150 people here, and y'all didn't even share the video. That's y'all share this video. All right, the stuff I just told y'all, that's serious stuff. The Crew Defense Force, Crew Defense Force, eh? It's been sponsored by Zach Robert. Yeah, the link right down there. You touch that link. You don't have to watch the whole crazy stuff. Just go almost to the end. Hey, Titus, go almost to the end. You will see there where they're telling you um, that they're collecting money, and they will start going to advocates neighborhood to come. But I dare anyone to come to my neighborhood. Bring yourself to my neighborhood, Zach Robert. What I got need, the one for Judah had. That dude during the war, his brother was killed right before he was crying for justice and accountability. Today, he not crying for justice because you're on payroll. So let them come. Y'all call me, say I will give you my address. Y'all come. Thank you, dear. I will give you my address. I dare you come to my house. Yes, exactly. Come to my house and see what you will get. Yep. So again, like I say, my job and my quest have always been women and children and human rights as a whole. And we're on this path. D, I'm about to call you. Let me get off this phone. I'll wait the sun go down small and I will come back. I need to clean my yard. The grass was just cut and you already now come out like they look crazy. Okay? Guys, thank you. You all have fun. I will see everyone later. I'm going to go read. But I need to make a call before I start getting too busy. The video is right down here. Says Takati, your lay, I'm getting off. Okay, I will send it to you. Just listen, I did a clip of it, but it's too long. I will see if I can cut out some part and then I will send it in two pieces. Okay? I will do that. All right? So I will send it to you when I'm done. That particular part. So you don't have to go watch the whole thing. Love you too, mommy. And my babies are beautiful. I know we're not going to record all of this. The schedule is not going to stand, but that's okay. We got time. Hopefully they can open up. Love you all. Y'all, thank you for being here. I'm out. Bye.